something the Buccaneers wish we weren't talking about, injuries to key players. Chris Godwin, reportedly an ACL tear. It started off as an MCL sprain, and then mid-afternoon it converted to an ACL tear once the MRI results were further studied. So, ACL tear, Godwin done. Mike Evans, week to week with a strained hamstring. Week to week is worse than day to day. Week to week means he's at least missing a game. The question is how many games until he comes back. Leonard Fournette could miss time with a hamstring injury. Levante David with a foot injury. Godwin, Evans, and Fournette critical to that offense. And look at what happened last night without them. Now, it's not like they scored points with them, but you take those three guys out of the mix, Charean, a lot harder to score points. And for the third time in Tom Brady's career, he suffered a shutout, this time at the hands of the Saints, who have beaten him 4 straight times in the regular season.
Well, and it's so weird, Mike, because Mike Evans is the better receiver. I think we would all agree to that, or at least I would, since I'm an Aggie and he's an Aggie. But Mike Evans is the better receiver of those two guys. But Tom Brady has a connection with Chris Godwin for whatever reason. I mean, he had targeted this guy 127 times, most in the team. Chris Godwin had the most catches on the team, 98, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. Now, Mike Evans has more touchdowns, but I'm just saying there is a comfort level there between Tom Brady and Chris Godwin that he has not found, except in the red zone, with Mike Evans for whatever reason. They're going to miss Chris Godwin a ton. It's the reason they franchise tagged him. It's also the reason this injury is why players hate the franchise tag. Now, he's not going to be back for the start of next season, yet he becomes a free agent in March. So this could affect how long of a contract he gets, how much money he gets. It's why guys want long-term contracts when they can get them. And I hope that the Bucs do the right thing by Chris Godwin. And with Tom Brady wanting him back, I'm sure they'll find a way to give him a long-term deal. But he deserves a long-term deal despite this injury, because he's been very important to that offense.
Charean, ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to pay this guy for what he's done in the past, or you're not going to pay him a big contract until he's healthy. A long-term contract would have some sort of an out in there after 1 year. I mean, we've seen too many guys come back from torn ACLs not the same to run that risk.
No doubt.
It's harsh, and it doesn't seem fair, but that's the way it is. And, you know, this is one of the problems with the franchise tag, and there's a chapter in Playmakers about this reality that the franchise tag is a tool that the teams have to keep players who otherwise have earned free agency status from hitting the market. And there are devices available to the players who can, if they want to, take advantage of withholding services. Le'Veon Bell once sat out a full season in lieu of being franchise tagged. But it's unfair to the players. It's part of the reality. It's never going away. And the problem for any player who's operating under that 1-year franchise tag, you can suffer a serious injury. The later in the year it happens, the harder it is to get yourself healthy. Yep. I mean, they're going to have to, they're not going to franchise tag him again come March. He'll become a free agent, and who's going to sign him until he can prove that he's 100%? It's unfortunate for him, but this is why, folks, I always harp on supporting the players, getting what they can while they can, because their ability to get paid can evaporate quickly. They have a limited window of time in their lives when they can get maximum compensation for their skills, abilities, and sacrifices. And when you line up behind the owners, because you support the team, we support the laundry, we support the entity that's always going to be here, the players are going to come and go, it puts the players in a tough spot. And Chris Godwin may never get now, Charean, the payday that he would have gotten if he had hit the open market in March of this year.
Yeah, he made $15.9 million off the tag this season, and he deserved more based on what he did for the Buccaneers. And they obviously wanted him back, and wanted him back very badly because of his connection with Tom Brady. And now he may never see that payday. So we'll see what happens come March, but it's going to be a long time, 9 months probably at minimum, before we see Chris Godwin back running routes and back on the field. So he's got a long rehab in front of him. Very unfortunate for him, and unfortunate for the Buccaneers, who now have to rely on, fortunately they have AB coming back, but they have Brashad Perriman, who's going to come back off the COVID list, and Tyler Johnson, who was a key part of their playoff run last season, will have to step up and help them out.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.